How you doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, I want to explain how Bitcoin Cash is the next GameStop and actually how it's probably bigger than the next GameStop. I'll explain some parallels between the two and explain why Bitcoin Cash is the next GameStop. And what you'll notice is Bitcoin Cash has been going up in price now pretty consistently and outperforming the rest of the crypto market for the last couple months. And what we're seeing is a couple things here. The community has activated what they call a Bitcoin Cash bank run. So what is a Bitcoin Cash bank run? In summary, and if you don't know this, it's very important to know that when you buy Bitcoin Cash on an exchange, you probably don't have any Bitcoin Cash. You certainly don't, right? At the very best, the exchange has a Bitcoin Cash for you. But what we're finding is that it seems very likely, and we have good evidence that the exchanges are not actually going to buy that Bitcoin Cash. They're only getting the Bitcoin Cash when you ask to take it off the exchange. So that's why the community has a bank run. So the whole community goes and buys this Bitcoin Cash and then takes off the exchange, forcing these exchanges to buy the Bitcoin Cash. So, and what we've seen is incredible evidence of a couple things. One, exchanges unable to fulfill their Bitcoin Cash orders. So they will have technical difficulties. I've even seen one exchange blame the blockchain, which is the Bitcoin Cash blockchain has worked flawlessly since 2008, to be honest. So it is incredible. From Kraken to Poloniex to every exchange, you'll see it. You'll see it probably happen the next day or so. Someone will share on Twitter, oh, there's some technical difficulty going on. And even worse, Binance. They are trying to tell their depositors, please buy Bitcoin Cash, we'll give you 2%. Why are you gonna give me 2%, right? What are you gonna do with my Bitcoin Cash? What you're gonna do is you're not going to buy the Bitcoin Cash, you're gonna take a very cheap loan from your depositors and go do something else with it. And we are calling them out every time. And this is very obvious to tell because Binance will show proof of reserves for certain currencies, but not all currencies, right? And they do not do it for Bitcoin Cash. And they're offering yield if you buy in a higher yield, conveniently, than the coins that they show they have in the reserves. So do not fall for the yield. If you are buying Bitcoin Cash to get that 2% yield, you are trading against yourself. And on many of these other exchanges, you are trading against yourself. And that is why it is like GameStop is that the major holders were shorting the stock, right? And they were trying to they were putting shorts against their position. It being, let's say the active company that was holding it, like they bought, it was some venture capital from that was buying it and just destructing it and shorting it all the way down and dumping on the market. So that is a big, interesting, there's a bigger reason why this is probably bigger than GameStop. Obviously, we have uncovered with very good evidence that exchanges are trading against their depositors, which is sad. So if you're watching this video, grab your Bitcoin Cash on any exchange and bring it into your own custody, whether that's a hard wallet or a hot wallet like Paytaka or Celine or Cashanize or any of these great non-custodial wallets, and hold your keys by yourself. If not, you are trading against yourself. Don't do that. All right, so why is this even bigger potentially than GameStop? Because it's like so big, I can't even don't want to sound over dramatic, but most people are buying the fake Bitcoin, and that's not going to be popular for a lot of people to hear. Bitcoin has been hijacked. Bitcoin is on a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and likely, it's this borderline, is Bitcoin BTC just a scam now? Because if you want to learn more about it, read Roger Vere's book, Hijacking Bitcoin. You can see all the evidence and do all that. There's a good documentary to watch on YouTube. I'll put it in the description below, called Who Killed Bitcoin? But this is part of killing Bitcoin, is you have to kill Bitcoin Cash because it is the remaining Bitcoin, right? The other Bitcoin is probably a scam because it's just a store of value because it's a store of value. The coin is deteriorating its utility, while on the other side, Bitcoin Cash is adding, you know, the most profound innovations in cryptocurrency to upgrade its chain with DeFi and UTXO, with adjustable block size algorithms so the chain continue growing, with VM limits so you can further scripting and get privacy within the chain. Like, it is going so far in that, you know, weaponizing its utility for mass adoption. And you have BTC over here just saying it's ossified, it's not useful, don't use it as payments. Michael Saylor is telling people to borrow against their house. What's so interesting about BTC, why anyone would want to invest in that over a Bitcoin Cash, like BTC will have, like, BlackRock bought like $100 million today or $500 million, and then the price goes down, right? It needs utility and users, right? So what I'm saying is that Bitcoin's a promise for peer-to-peer electronic cash, and Bitcoin Cash's mission is to, you know, it has big aspirations, the community, or at least for me, for it, is to, you know, have billions of users using it and change the way humanity lives with the peer-to-peer electronic cash system, which Bitcoin was. Like, that was the ethos, right? So like it's far bigger than GameStop, like the mission here. You know, Bitcoin Cash is the, you know, little light left, not little, it's a big light, but it's like the light inside of BTC. And that's why it is certainly bigger than GameStop. Not only have we found that, you know, exchanges are trading against their users is the way I feel about this, and that's why the bank runs that take place the 1st and 15th of every month, you know, push the price up. And Bitcoin Cash has gained over like 10 rankings in just the last couple months with this behavior from the community, amongst other reasons, I'm sure, but this is pretty, like, huge. So I think you're gonna see this video, like, other bigger people pick it up, because this is pretty big. You know, I have a smaller channel here, but I wanted to at least start this on. And if you're a big YouTuber, you go ahead, report on the community's stuff. I don't need, like, credit for it. I just think humanity should have peer-to-peer electronic cash, and however it gets it, you know, continue this message, because this is big. Bitcoin's been hijacked. Part of the hijacking is what we found out is having exchanges, you know, trade against their users, and that is stopping the world from financial freedom. Really, is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about human sovereignty of getting, you know, access to their money, and not having a fiat system where governments inflate and do whatever the hell they want and are not accountable to their populations. Like, this is massive, massive. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for future content, and it is the first. Buy some Bitcoin Cash, take it off exchange. If you found this video and you've just been buying your Bitcoin Cash on exchange, like, don't feel bad. Like, that's like a pretty logical thing to do. If you bought stocks, like, that's what you do. But you know, crypto is way more powerful than that. When you have custody of it, like, it offers so many huge benefits. And you can watch other videos about that, or subscribe to the channel for future content. But this is big. Leave a comment down below if you think this is bigger than GameStop. Thank you, guys.